And good afternoon, everybody. How are y'all doing? It is time for the 2024 Solstice event in Destiny 2 with the Week 9 update for episode Echoes. Hope y'all are having a wonderful week and are ready to grind out the new memento, actually, for our longer weapons. But just a heads up, I am not streaming at all this week. I'm taking some time off, so I'll be kicking off streams next week with the Solstice event on next Tuesday. But for now, let's go ahead and do our core playlist, rotators, and everything else, shall we? Alright, so starting off with the Vanguard playlist. For our weekly Grandmaster, it is Fallen Saber. And the weapon for this week is the Pre-Aesthetics bow. I will have a link in the description to the LightGG page so you can check out the various rolls you can get. Alright. Then over in Gambit, it is double infamy this week. So if you want to go ahead and grind out Gambit for both the seasonal weapon as well as the ornament for that weapon, this is the great time to do it. And then over in Crucible, we have Clash with Havoc Supremacy. Give me 1 second. Alright. Then for our rotators, over on the moon, been a while since this happened. Our rotating raid is Garden of Salvation, with the rotating dungeon being Pit of Heresy. So if you still haven't gotten to max 2020 light level, there are some easy ones to do, especially the dungeon. Alright, over in the Pale Heart, oh wait, 1 second, over in the Legends tab, my apologies, the exotic mission for this week is Presage. So if you, once again, if you still need the Pinnacle weapon, great time to do it. Or if you still need to get the crafted version of this weapon, now even better time. Alright. Okay, now, over in the Pale Heart, for our weekly cooperative focus mission, it is Ascend. And don't forget, you will need at least you and a partner, so you can shoot the front and back of the same enemy, as well as the two nodes that are appearing generally on opposite sides of the various arenas. And then our, Then our, Overthrow is over here in Impasse, for those of you who still need to do it. And then our daily lost sector is the Broken Deep, also in the Impasse, with Overload and Unstoppable. Excuse me. Alright. Then over on Neptune, our Vex Incursion Zone is over down here in the Liming Harbor. And then our Terminal Overload is over here in Zephyr Concourse. Excuse me. Alright. Like I said in the beginning, it is time to do the Solstice event for the Final Shape DLC. So to start it off with, you'll notice over in your Quest tab, it will say Speak with Eva in the Tower, as we do every year. And then we will have 16 various challenges. I will have a link to all of them in the description below, because as of this point in time, they are still secret triumphs for me. Besides the first one where you complete your first Forge bounty and claim its rewards, where you'll get the new bow. But then for our weekly challenges for week 9/10, we have the Finally Tuned, acquire the Perfect Pitch ritual weapon, which is again your ritual weapon from all 3 core playlist vendors. We have Fleeting Glory, complete critical matches in the competitive playlist, earn bonus progress for wins. Mid-range calibration, calibrate mid-range weapons, hand cannons, glaives, auto rifles, fusion rifles, and machine guns. Bonus progress is granted for defeating guardians. And then lastly, Cosmodrome activities. In the Cosmodrome, earn progress by completing bounties, patrols, public events, and lost sectors. Same thing from last week with Nessus, but this week is with Cosmodrome. Okay. Alright. I believe that wraps it up for all the rotators and the new seasonal challenges. So let's go ahead and dive into our Eververse store for Bright Dust offering, shall we? And then you'll notice when you first get here, we will have a weekly free Bright Dust offering. I believe it's 350. Let's just verify. Yep, 350 Bright Dust once per week. For I believe the remainder of the season, or excuse me, of the episode. I am not sure, but just make sure you go in the game and grab it while it's there. Alright, for Bright Dust, we have the Sweltering Heat emote from the Solstice event. Excuse me. We have the Predator Sun Shell, Ghost Shell. In case you weren't hot enough, you can make your Ghost Sun. We have the Celebratory Entrance Transmit effect. We have the Rising Sea Foam shader. Not a bad looking one. You can probably find a good suit of armor for it. Then we have the Pomegranate Gloss shader. Another one that's not bad as long as you find the right armor set for it. Alright. Don't forget there is the event tab if you would like to get anything. So we have the, for our Warlock offering this year, we have the Lambert Luster Warlock Armor Bundle. As with every set, you can always find a good armor set to make it work, pieces work for what's that. Then on the Bright Dust page, we have the Building Castles multiplayer emote. We have the Righteous emote. The Quadcopter shell. Excuse me, my apologies. Turning your ghost into a drone. We have the Well-Traveled ship. The Off My Lawn Sparrow. For everyone who wants to, mow the yard while they drive around. The Beachheader 6 ornament for Merciless. Then we have the Vacation Projection. Right. On the next up, we have the Vintage Timber shader. We then have the Oiled Algae shader. The Bruise Blush shader from Season and Undying. We then have the Wooded Brass shader from Season of the Dawn. Next up, we have the Sandcastle Effects Transmat effect. What am I doing? Alright. We then have the Shocking Entrance Transmat effect. Then lastly, we have the Barroquew entrance. Alright. That is it for this week. Just a reminder again, don't forget to each week to pick up your weekly 350 Bright Dust free gift from the Eververse front page. But yeah. Once again, I will not be live this evening or this week on Twitch, but if you'd like to go ahead and drop a follow, the link will be in the description below. But that will be it for this week. Hope you all have a wonderful first week of the Solstice event, and I will see you next video, everybody. Goodbye.